Hi guys, I'm Karen Martin and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about emotional awareness and neurotransmitters, where they come from, what they do, and how they affect your emotions. Along with the billions of interconnected neurons that make up the nervous system, the body contains billions of neurotransmitters, and these are the chemical molecules that link neurons. They balance signals between neurons and send messages via signals throughout the body. They allow the transmission of messages to reach the central nervous system, the brain, and the rest of the body. Neurotransmitters play a major role in helping to orchestrate the body's functions. They are responsible for processes including regulating your emotions and mood, your breathing, heart rate, learning, memory, attention, pain perception, appetite, and even sleep. Neurotransmitters operate in every system of the body, including the immune system, facilitating muscles, organs, and glands. Neurotransmitters are made up of amino acids. These are derived from food and are produced by a neuron and stored in the terminal ends of neurons. When triggered by a nerve impulse, they are released into the gap between the neurons and then they bind to the receptor sites of the other neuron, causing a specific response. There's believed to be thousands of neurotransmitters in the body, and scientists have identified over 100 neurotransmitters and are still discovering them. When used, the body can actually clean it up via enzymes or recycles it again. So as a whole, the body functions to maintain balance and homeostasis, and regulating these neurotransmitters is done to achieve this balance. You have inhibitory, which is calming, or excitatory, stimulating neurotransmitters. The inhibitory system serves to maintain calm for the nervous system, whereas the excitatory system promotes this neural activity. And do you know, depending on the type of receptor that is present, some neurotransmitters are actually both excitatory and inhibitory, such as acetylcholine and dopamine. Norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, vasopressin, and oxytocin are all neurotransmitters as well as hormones produced by glands. And I'll cover that in the next topic on hormones. And in this video, I'm going to cover some of the major inhibitory neurotransmitters and the major excitatory neurotransmitters. So some major inhibitory neurotransmitters include the two transmitters serotonin and GABA. And you may have heard of serotonin, it's the happiness chemical. Serotonin is involved in the sleep-wake cycle and released from the brain after light is sensed from the eye. The body mostly releases it during waking hours to promote energy and a sense of calm. Approximately 90 to 95% of serotonin is produced in the gut in response to food, and the rest is produced in the nerve cells in the brain. Derived from the amino acid tryptophan, the body actually makes serotonin from the ingestion of carbohydrates and sweets that produce glucose. And from the glucose, the body produces tryptophan that is used to make serotonin. However, also ingesting protein at the same time can actually prevent the production of serotonin, as other amino acids can compete with the brain's absorption of the tryptophan. And tryptophan can also be found in most protein-based foods, or dietary proteins, but can be found in higher amounts in certain foods. So these foods include
bananas, eggs, chickpeas, almonds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and oats.
And some healthy alternatives to the unhealthy simple carbohydrates that help create serotonin include complex carbohydrates such as vegetables, fruit, and whole grains. And various neurons use serotonin for a variety of functions in the body, such as mood regulation, restoring feelings of calm, as well as sleep, memory, focus, energy, appetite, the feeling of fullness, sexuality, the inhibition of pain, gastrointestinal function, bone and organ growth, and reward processing. This feel-good chemical is motivational and reinforces achievement. It's derived from the feeling of accomplishment. In instances of interpersonal validation, approval, and recognition, related to pride, and can even be obtained and released through helping others, and activated through sunlight exposure. So it's quite an amazing neurotransmitter that's produced in a variety of ways. It's also activated through relaxation, even happy thoughts and memories. Low levels of serotonin have been associated with sleep disturbances, aggression, carbohydrate cravings, and depression. Feeling positive is often about balance, and diet, exercise, sleep, and a positive outlook are all key elements to improving your mood. Even small accomplishments can help you receive more serotonin, music appreciation, exercise, and of course, meditation. And then there's GABA. GABA is made in the body from an amino acid called glutamic acid and vitamin B. And zinc also increases the release of GABA. It is the body's main inhibitory neurotransmitter. It's used in the central nervous system, which is the brain, and it helps to limit nerve transmission. And GABA works with glutamate. Glutamate is one of the main excitatory neurotransmitters. And together they modulate. When one is high, the other is low, and vice versa. And so GABA is an amino acid, and it helps to regulate the inhibitory and the excitatory balance for brain function. GABA is able to slow the activity of the limbic system, reducing the fear response, and helping to regulate anxiety and increase calm and relaxation. It's also used for motor control, sensory integration, speech, vision, and language. Low GABA has been associated with seizures, and GABA can actually be converted back to glutamate, so supplementing with GABA can be risky. And then we have several major excitatory neurotransmitters, and this includes glutamate. Glutamate is the most abundant neurotransmitter in the nervous system. The main excitatory neurotransmitter used for the brain and the spinal cord. And glutamate is used as the metabolic precursor to GABA, and it is linked to the facilitation of most other neurotransmitter systems, including neurons that fire in order to create the excitatory pathways and send a message. And it's essential for fast signaling and for information processing. So glutamate plays an important role in sensing and also the control of your movement. So glutamate is your mate of the gluta. However, excess amounts of glutamate can actually cause cellular death and has been associated with Alzheimer's disease. An impairment of this system is also implicated with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder risk. And then there's acetylcholine, the first neurotransmitter to be discovered and the only neurotransmitter of its type. Deemed as an information processor, it is actually a neuromodulator and can send a message across a vast area, produce a multiple transmission. It's also a primary neurotransmitter used by motor neurons. Acetylcholine functions in both nervous systems. However, it's a major neurotransmitter in the parasympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic, remember paradise, rest and digest. In the central nervous system, it actually helps to maintain cognitive function and plays a role in arousal, being awake and attention, learning, memory and motivation. And it helps promote REM sleep, so that's the deep sleep. In the peripheral nervous system, it works to actually activate those motor muscles and dilate blood vessels and slow down the heart rate, just like the rest and digest processes. However, a drop in acetylcholine has actually been associated with Alzheimer's disease. And then there's noradrenaline, and it's a primary neurotransmitter in the sympathetic nervous system, where it works on the activity of various organs in the body to control blood pressure, heart rate, liver function, and many other functions. So remember, the sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight. This chemical helps maintain alertness and helps the brain to form memories. It works together with adrenaline in the stress response. And adrenaline is the main hormone activated in the fight or flight response and can be produced when the body is under stress and threat. And it makes the body super alert and helps to increase blood rate and blood pressure. Adrenaline symptoms can include heart palpitations and excess perspiration. And dopamine. Dopamine is the body's motivation chemical. It's used as the reward and reinforcement system, and it's experienced as a feel-good chemical. This molecule is involved in the feelings of pleasure in your brain, as well as forming memories and learning skills. It's produced in the body from the amino acid phenylalanine, and this is found in many foods containing protein. Dopamine is also gained from goal accomplishment and reward, and it's involved in many functions, as well as helping to create noradrenaline and adrenaline. And dopamine pathways help to regulate motor movement, sleep, learning, alertness, blood flow, and neuron output. And like serotonin, it's also implicated with mood and motivation, motivating people to accomplish short and long-term goals. The dopamine feeling can actually be short-lived and also have addictive qualities about it. For example, in regards to the use of social media, technology, gambling settings. And then we have histamine. We've all heard of antihistamine tablets. Well, there's actually a neurotransmitter called histamine, well known for being involved in the immune system response to pathogens and allergic reactions. It also has many functions, such as controlling the sleep-wake cycle, your body's temperature, metabolism, and different hormones as well. So histamine can actually influence your appetite and even your mood. And last of the several main excitatory neurotransmitters is PEA, and that's important for focus and concentration. It actually helps to regulate your attention, and it can elevate your mood and promote energy. And it can even be released by looking in someone's eyes for several minutes, as found in love experiments. It can even be gained from chocolate. But low levels of PEA has been associated with attention problems, difficulty thinking, and even depression. And excess levels of PEA has actually been associated with sleep problems, anxiety, and schizophrenia. So I hope you enjoyed this episode on the influence and the impact of neurotransmitters, particularly on your emotions. And you can see how we have inhibitory neurotransmitters and excitatory neurotransmitters, putting brakes on things or making things activate. They have a big influence on different processes of the body, particularly the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response and the rest and digest. These all affect your mood, as well as motivation and feel-good feelings. You can see the impact that serotonin has on your body and the dopamine system, how it can be a little bit addictive as well. And I really encourage you to think about these neurotransmitters and how you can help modulate those, what you can do to calm your nervous system. I hope you can dive deep into some of these neurotransmitters, do a little bit of extra research, and also just remember that your diet plays a major role in the production of neurotransmitters. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Lots of love, and remember to live with gratitude. And check out the wonderful Whole Food Garden, the Health Food Adult Colouring In book, available via the link below.